Well, do I have to give it?
Yes, you do.
I don't. Why are you lying?
I'm not lying.
You are lying.
Why?
He's lying. He's lying to me, saying that I have to give him my details.
What's the issue with you giving us your details? I don't understand why.
Because he's just lied to me about it.
I'm not lying to you at all.
You've just lied to me, said I have to give you my details.
Yeah, I'm asking you
I
for your name.
don't.
Right.
Under what law do I have to give you my details?
Well, what you do have to do.
Can you keep your distance? You've got no mask on. Keep your distance.
What I'm going to do to you? No. I'm going to take your phone and I'm going to go through your phone.
Right, I'm just.
Right.
Can I just say, I'm just doing a documentary. I'll explain.
Right.
I'm just doing a documentary on police abusing Section 43.
Section 43?
Yeah.
Which is what?
Terrorism Act.
You're going to fall over.
Right. Can you just tell me what you're doing? What
Right.
section you're doing, etc.
Right. Because of the current threat situation with terrorism, all right.
Terrorist. Right. Yeah. Well, this is what I'm doing a documentary on. Yeah.
Right. You're here taking photographs of sites of interest, all right.
Yeah.
You refuse to give me your details, so I want to see what photographs you're taking, all right. And I've got the right to look at your phone.
This case comes from Matt 12128, link in the description, so be sure to check out his channel and support his work. While quietly filming outside a police station, Matt is suddenly approached by two officers who treat his camera like it's a crime. Instead of handling things calmly, they escalate, demanding his personal details without any lawful basis. Matt stands his ground, refusing to back down. That's when things cross the line. He's detained, his phone is searched, and one officer even goes as far as making threats toward his dog. What started as perfectly legal filming quickly turned into a disturbing example of authority overreach.
I'm going to ask you now.
If you detain me, you have under Section 43.
Right. I'm telling you now, I'm going to look at your phone. Now, how we do it is entirely up to you. I don't start getting hands on me and putting you on the floor. What I am going to do, I'm going to start looking at your
You're
phone.
going to put me on the floor?
Yeah.
There'd be a lawsuit against that, you know that, don't you? Because what you're doing now is unlawful.
No, it's
I've
not.
done nothing wrong.
Right, I'm asking you now if I can have a look at
Right,
your phone.
no, you'll have to detain me. Right.
Okay. Do you want to tell us what you're doing? Am I just going to take your word for it? Do terrorists say, I'm here to plant a bomb? Or do they say I'm
It's a
taking
bit
pictures?
extreme,
No, it's not.
Do I
If you're
look
doing
like
it,
a terrorist?
I don't know. What does a terrorist look like? Can you describe a terrorist to me?
Common sense.
No, you need some common sense, don't you? You're absolute wasting everybody's time, aren't you? I didn't find anything.
What were you expecting to find?
Items relating to terrorism.
And you didn't find anything?
No, I didn't.
No.
That's right.
What's your collar number?
It's 3816.
What's your name?
I'm not telling you my name.
You need to tell me your name.
No, not under the Terrorism Act, I don't have to.
Am I still being detained under the Terrorism Act?
No, you're not.
Right, therefore, I would like your name.
Well, I'm telling you, you're not having it.
I would like your name, please.
I'm telling you not.
From the very first exchange, the officer twists the law, insisting Matt is required a hand over his details. This isn't lawful authority. It's intimidation disguised as procedure. Matt stays composed, calmly asking for the legal basis, but the officer has nothing credible to rely on. The reality is simple. Only Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002 allows an officer to demand personal details, and that applies strictly to antisocial behavior, not filming a public building. Instead of correcting himself, the officer doubles down, falsely claiming that refusal gives him the right to search Matt's phone. That claim is completely untrue. Accessing private data requires a warrant or specific terrorism powers, not a casual demand on the street. This wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a deliberate misuse of authority with no legal foundation.
I'm not being detained under the Terrorism Act, therefore, I would like your name, please.
My collar number is 3816.
Right, I have not been detained for terrorism. Can you explain to him?
His name.
He does.
Provide you his collar number, which he's done. Doesn't need to provide his name.
He does. What's your collar number?
Over it, Matt, but you're not getting my name. You've got my contact details. You've got my collar number. You know where I
It's
work.
your policy to give me a name.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
My policy is to give you my
Collar number and
collar
name.
number. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
it is. You're going to get retrained then, aren't you?
That's fine with me, don't worry.
You're going to get retrained on searching people unlawfully as well.
What, Section 43 of the Terrorism Act?
Yeah, because
No,
it's
I'm not
abused. No, not
Yeah, well, I
not
am
when you've got no reason. Not
I am.
because I took a picture of the Porsche Panamera
No, you
on
went
the
to
police station.
Police station. You filmed Cumbrian Police Station. You filmed Kendal Police Station. You go into large pharmaceutical sites of interest, all to get a reaction. That's what you're doing. That's how you're spending your time. That's entirely up to you. How you decide to waste your time.
I'm not wasting my time.
I've now done my job.
You're the one that's wasting your time. Yeah, and you've done it incorrectly.
I don't think I have.
Oh, you have. Well, there's a law and you need to uphold it. You should leave your ego in the bedside drawer when you come out to work.
Matt doesn't cave. He tells the officer clearly, if you want access to my phone, you'll have to detain me. Incredibly, That's exactly what happens. The officer invokes Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, using some of the most serious powers available, all against a man peacefully filming with his dog. When asked if Matt looks like a terrorist, the officer avoids a question with sarcasm instead of law. The reality couldn't be clearer. Matt was calm, in everyday clothes, recording openly and without secrecy. None of it met the threshold for genuine suspicion of terrorism. After the pointless attention and search, the officer's arrogance didn't fade. He even tried to conceal his identity, refusing to give his name until Matt forced him to comply under Code C of Pace. The misuse of power was matched only by the attempt to dodge accountability.
You, look through my phone like you shouldn't have been doing. Did you see the pictures of my wife with it out?
No.
No? It makes me wonder why you wanted to search my phone when I've been doing what I'm doing.
Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, I'm allowed to look through any digital media.
If you've got reasonable grounds, mate, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
You didn't?
I have.
Right, we'll see about that, won't we? I better tell you something, you won't do this again. You won't abuse Section 43 again. This will be the last time you do that. So that, there's no one round here, is there?
Yeah, anyone?
So I'd be likely to get into trouble if I swore?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be, you'd be getting retrained about that if you did that. Because there's no one about. You point to me, the nearest person that could hear me swear right now. Show me the nearest member of public.
It's really, really windy, so your voice could probably carry over to that fence, but I can't really see through the bush.
Right, well there's no one actually behind the bush.
There could be children there, so...
Could be.
Yeah, there could be.
Right, what about if I whisper it to you?
You'd whistle on to me.
I swear a word.
Why would you want to do that?
Just to prove to you that I can.
What does that prove?
Because you try to tell me that I can't do it, I'd get into trouble when there's no one around.
It proves. Why would you want to come on?
Proves that you're wrong.
Well, you won't be coming that close to me anyway to whisper it in my ear.
Well, your mate came that close to me without his mask on.
Well, if you start walking towards me like
I'm not
that...
going to start walking towards you.
No, you're not.
But if I did, go on.
I won't let you do it.
Alright.
If you start walking to me for absolutely no reason whatsoever, I won't allow it. So.
Alright. You're a real hero, you are, yeah, what a tough guy.
Not at all. Would you allow just someone randomly just to start walking up to you?
If he was going to say something to me, yeah. Is that a crime?
Did I say it
Is
was?
it? Right, well shut up then.
No, you shut up.
Or else what?
Well, you're telling me to shut up.
So, I pay your wages, that's the difference.
I pay your benefits, so let's call it even.
I haven't got benefits though, mate.
Well, you don't pay my wages,
I probably make more in an hour than what you do in a week.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do. Right, well, you're doing very well for yourself.
I am, thank you very much. Yeah, don't tell me to shut up, by the way.
I'm not being detained under the Terrorism Act, so I'd like your name, please. My call number is 3816. Right, but I'm not detained for terrorism. Can I have your name? He's already given you his call number. He doesn't have to provide his name. You've got my call number, Matt. That's all you're getting. You have my details. It's your policy to give your name. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Well, you might need retraining then. That's fine. You'll need retraining on lawful searches too. Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Not without reasonable suspicion, not just because I took photos to get a reaction. If that's how you choose to spend your time, that's on you. I'm not wasting time, I've done my job. No, you've done it wrong. There's a law, and you're supposed to uphold it. Leave your ego at home when you come to work.
What's that, your brain cell?
Right, what I'm going to do, you can pick a form up from the police station anytime. Leave this car park now, it's private property.
Right, okay.
Off you go.
I will leave, just keep away.
Off you go. Off you go. Keep your dog away from my legs, please. Off you go, please don't fall over.
Watch he doesn't piss on your boots.
Go. Well, if he does,
Yeah?
you'll be getting launched across the pavement, won't you?
You've just threatened to kick me dog.
No, off the property.
You've just threatened to kick me dog. It's public property.
This is it, no.
It's public property. It's public property, muppet, and we pay for it.
You don't pay for it.
Yes, I do. Pay for your van, pay for your equipment, pay your wages. Right, and we're going to find out why you've threatened to kick me dog. You kick him, no, you would charge me, you would fine me. You wouldn't kick him. You'd kick him, would you? Right, you're going to be held accountable for that. You are going to be held accountable. Thank you very much, young lady. You've been very nice. And see you later, PC Muppet. PC Mug. Say hello to all your
You enjoy the rest of your day.
I will do.
You enjoy watching that video by yourself later.
There'll be about 10,000 people watching it.
With you by yourself.
No, you guys can have a look and you can read the comments. See you later. Thank you very much, love. See you later, Muppet.
When Matt calls out the misuse of Section 43, the officer flips the narrative, accusing him of filming the station just to provoke a reaction. But in doing so, the officer practically admits he knows this is auditing, lawful activity, not a crime, not terrorism, not even genuinely suspicious. And here's the irony. If he truly believed Matt was just chasing a reaction, why give him exactly that? Detaining him under counterterrorism powers wasn't about safety or national security, it was about ego. By his own words, he recognized there was no real threat, yet still chose to escalate using one of the most serious stop powers available. He didn't fall into the trap, he walked straight into it, showing this was less about the law and more about pride. 8:40, 10:00. The moment Matt pushes back with the actual law, the officer's composure starts to crack. Instead of responding professionally, he resorts to childish jabs. Shut up, hardly the voice of authority, more like someone who's lost control. Then it gets worse. He claims he's the one paying Matt's benefits, which isn't procedure. It's a personal insult rooted in assumption, not fact. The reality is simple. Under the Police Act 1996, officers are funded by the public. It's the community, taxpayers like Matt included, who pay their wages.